Taking a look at the form of this equation, you'll notice first that there is nothing added or subtracted onto the end of the equation. That means my asymptote is still going to be at 0. And then that also means that whatever number is out front of my base, that is the coefficient, is going to be my y-intercept. And so that means that this particular graph is going to start up just a half instead of up 1. All right, now I can worry about the base. The base in this case is 5, which means that as I go to the right on this graph, I'm going to be multiplying each height by 5. So 1/2 times 5, as I go to the right from here, is going to give me 2.5. That 2.5 times 5 now would end up giving me 12.5. So off my graphing grid, so I know I don't need to plot any more points on the right-hand side there. And then on the left-hand side, I'm like dividing by 5. So that means we're getting very close to the axis very quickly here. The most important points that I need you to know coming out of this particular example would be, how do we get that first point? And again, that's because my y-intercept here is known to be 1/2. That is, whatever the coefficient is, that's the y-intercept. And then how I went from that point up to this point. And the way that I knew to get that is I took my original 1/2, because that was the last height that I had over here, and I multiplied that by 5. And that told me that it was going to be up 2.5 to get my next height. And then again, how I got the 1 after that, in order to go from there, I'm taking the 2.5 that I just had as my last one, and I'm multiplying that by 5 to figure out what my next total height would be. And again, I say total height because it is the height from the asymptote that we're actually worried about here.